going on, guys? This is Carl with the Racer Red channel. The 250 has plenty of horsepower, plenty of torque, plenty of top end, pretty much everything. It's light enough. It's a blast to ride. I like it a lot more than I liked any of the 450s that I've ridden. Well, I've only ridden one 450, so it could have been that bike. But there's nothing like riding a two-stroke. Just a totally different experience. This bike is not as light as my 250 4-stroke. However, it's got quite a bit more power. After riding this bike, the 4-stroke seems to be a little bit low on horsepower. The bike handles really well, the brakes work decent. The suspension is really good for a 98. It seems pretty legit. This bike is almost eligible to ride in like classic motorcycle races. It's pretty crazy when you think about it. It doesn't feel too horrible compared to newer bikes. One thing I will say is the rake on the front fork is ow, some bitch. I'm getting all torn up today. That tore my sweatshirt again. I haven't torn this sweatshirt ever. I've ridden with this sweatshirt for years now, never torn it. Today, I tore it right here, cut up my arm, and then I just hit it on a branch hit my other arm on a branch really hard, and it cut through my sweatshirt on this side. It's freaking fantastic. I've got an FMF exhaust and V-Force reeds on this, so it's probably a little bit more responsive than stock. Well, it is a little bit more responsive. But as you can see, this thing just handles the trail like a beast. You know, just feather in the clutch. Does really well. I'm very impressed with this bike. One thing you'll want to do immediately, and that goes for any 250, is you want to put a pipe guard on it. Because the way the pipe wraps around is way out there to get dented. It's like designed to get dented. It's funny because my first race bike ever was a 98 YZ250. A little bit nostalgic riding this bike because it almost feels like I did back then riding the 80. That YZ250 just had so much horsepower. It was just so exciting to ride that thing coming from trail bikes. So there is definitely some nostalgia because this bike is really very similar in appearance. Oh, great. There, I fixed you. I think it's kind of neat to have the same year model. And that wasn't by design, it wasn't on purpose, it just happened to be the year that I found. I gotta say, when I was looking for a two-stroke, I was considering a 125 again, and I'm glad I didn't get a 125, just because I feel like this is a lot more rideable up in technical terrain. It's nothing unmanageable like the 450 was, yet it has good punch. Holy crap. I wasn't paranoid enough for that. I tried to hit it at the same angle, but my tire went off to the left and then it just hit the center and it just stuck there and I almost fell off into the creek. I was like... That's how I ride, I just bounce off stuff.
His name is Racer Red. If he wasn't riding, he'd be in bed. He naps during the day. He rides his love in garage bays. Oh, he rides all night, full throttle all the time. Oh, he was born to ride. Red Racer, like, comment, and subscribe.